In 1898, in Wilmington, North Carolina, a group of white supremacists overthrew the local government. Yes, they took over a U.S. city by force, and they got away with it. This wasn't a protest, this wasn't a disagreement, this was a coup d'etat, which means when people illegally take over the government, usually with violence or threats. This was the only successful coup in U.S. history. Let's rewind for a second. Wilmington used to be that city. Black folks were thriving, owning newspapers, grocery stores, barbershops, even banks. There was a powerful black middle class. And get this, the city's government was multiracial. Black and white people were elected and working together in the South in 1898. You already know that didn't sit well with some folks. So a group of powerful white men, business owners, politicians, and members of the media plotted to take it all back. And they didn't wait for the next election. They didn't debate, they brought guns. On November 10, 1898, hundreds of armed white men stormed Wilmington. They burned down the black owned newspaper. They marched through the streets, attacking black residents. They forced the mayor, city council, and police chief to resign at gunpoint. Some were murdered, many more were forced to flee. Black families who had wealth, businesses, and political power lost everything. Now pause for a second. Remember January 6th, when people stormed the U.S. Capitol trying to overturn an election? That was an attempted coup. But Wilmington was the one that actually worked. And here's the wildest part. The people who led the Wilmington coup, they didn't go to jail. They became heroes. Some even got elected to higher office after it happened. Sound familiar? For over 100 years, the story was covered up, taught as a race riot, like black people caused it. But the truth, it was a violent power grab, a racist attack on democracy, and we're still living with the ripple effects today. This is American history, real, raw, and buried for far too long. We need to tell it, we need to teach it, and we need to remember what happens when people are allowed to silence truth with violence. Every time you like, comment, or share, you help keep stories like this alive. You help make sure we never forget what really happened in Wilmington. And remember to subscribe for more stories that they don't put in your textbooks. Peace.